This week on the podcast we have...
War Machine and wait, what happened to them? Wait, why are they crying? Why? Oh no. Oh no. Damn it!
X-Men Apocalypse and Agent Carter.
Teen Titans and Skylanders.
Captain America and Civil War 2. This time it's not Civil War 1.
Oh my god, Jake's back and everybody's crying. Find out why on the official Team DBAH Podcast number 143. Come join us, why don't you? Hello and welcome to the official Team DBAH Podcast number 143. I'm Charlie Danger 82, and with us tonight we have Craig.
Hello.
We have Heather.
Yellow.
And, the guy who knows a thing or two about a thing or two. The guy who has been in the shadows all this time. We just haven't seen him. Because he was in the shadows, it's kind of obscured our vision. He's back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Jake.
I return to you now at the turn of the tide.
You know, I was half expecting you to to say that you were the realest dude in the room.
Oh. No, I feel like I'd say that for another time, because I'm bringing back a classic like I used to do. And I haven't been on in a while, so that it seemed appropriate for once.
That's very true. That's very true.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see if your internet doesn't just, like, take a giant dump on everything and just die.
Yeah, it's like just when you were safe to go back on the podcast. I'm taking a dump.
So, guys, it's really great that... Oh, Jake.
That's the new dubstep remix.
Yeah, right?
Get on it.
No, then he'd be going blah, 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 blah. It's the trap version of Jake. Right. So, how's everybody doing? Doing good, guys?
Yeah. Kind of.
Good. Well, why only kind
I'm still upset about Agent Carter.
Okay. Right. Craig, how are you doing? You okay?
I'm okay. I'm alright.
Are
For
you
now,
upset
you
about
are.
Agent Carter?
For now. No, because I never watched it.
Right.
Great.
If I did watch it, I would be upset.
You're part of the problem.
Jake, are you also upset about Agent Carter?
Yes, I totally watched it.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, Heather, you're among people here.
You're among people, in case you were worried beforehand that you were perhaps amongst lycanthropes or something.
We're gonna get to Agent Carter missing in a second, but we have some breaking news via Randall, by ways of Rooster Teeth and Kotaku. Vivendi, the previous owner of Blizzard, is in the process of a hostile takeover of Ubisoft. They just bought a majority of the shares for Gameloft, which was a child company for Ubisoft, and are quote-unquote possibly looking to do the same to Ubisoft. So, there's something right there.
Shit. Hostile as fuck.
They're just going in there and saying, hey, all your shares belong to us.
Just to clarify a bit, oh man, it's very low. I'm gonna have to amplify this. It's considered hostile takeover because what they're doing is they're purchasing a bunch of the shares so that they have a majority say and they can vote to do whatever the hell they want, as opposed to Ubisoft being able to say, no, this is our company.
Thank you, Randall. You know, why do I think that might not be a bad thing after all? Because if Vivendi and Blizzard make games and they're top quality games, maybe Ubisoft might get some quality control for the games.
Well, yeah, and think about how long it takes for Blizzard games to come out sequel-wise. Maybe like they pair it with like the release schedule for Ubisoft games, and maybe it'll even out to actually like a good wait time.
Oh my god, really good quality.
But actually,
good one.
They don't have a stake in Blizzard anymore. So.
Oh, they don't?
Oh.
No.
Well, shit.
They sold it to Activision.
Oh.
Back in 2013.
Yeah.
Fuck. Breaking more news.
Breaking more news. Blizzard sold to Activision in 2013. No longer part of Vivendi.
This story just unearthed thanks to crack team of
Illuminati
investigators.
confirmed. Crack team. The crackiest team of
And
investigators
that
ever.
we've been on crack this whole time. That's the crack team part.
No, we have not.
Oh, just you guys
just
did.
you.
Oh, okay.
Just you.
Explains why I've been away from the
That's
podcast
where you
for so
were.
long. Yeah. I needed my fix, man.
We had to send Jake away for a little while. But well, oh my gosh, my golly, this might mean something for Ubisoft. That's good and vague, isn't it?
Technically, he's not wrong.
And and
True. That's
you know,
true.
you, the audience, are going to get a real treat. I'm not going to say a fucking word for the rest of the podcast now. Hey, what's up with Agent Carter over there?
I got canceled.
What?
It was depressing.
Why?
According to ABC, low viewing numbers. Even though
ABC low.
Wow.
Yeah,
low
it's CeeLo
viewing
Green
numbers,
and
even though they
ABC.
played it during the
Yeah.
off season, so I don't know what they expected, but it's fine.
Wasn't Ralph Garman on Agent Carter?
Oh
I
Jesus,
knew
was
who
he?
that was.
I think he was.
That's...
He was like a radio host. So Ralph
my
Garman
God.
is technically in Marvel canon.
He's technically Marvel canon, and he's also as much sitcom / TV show poison as Summer Glau is at this point.
Really?
Because everything that Summer Glau is in gets canceled, and everything that Ralph Garman in usually doesn't even launch. So I'm surprised it didn't. Wow, that's wow. Okay, so is anybody in the prospects of picking up Agent Carter, maybe, or?
No one is. People are trying to get Netflix to, because Netflix now owns all streaming rights to Marvel.
Right.
However,
That'd
Amazon
be-
gets the exclusive of Agent Carter, so I don't know how that's going to happen. But
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
Prime
Haley
has
Atwell's
that streaming
super into
service.
it.
What was that, Jake?
I said Prime has that streaming service or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Streaming service, I guess. That you have to pay for single thing, including Prime. I think Prime is silly. If
Yeah,
you
you're
get
not-
free shipping, but like Prime for like the streaming part isn't great.
For the streaming part, it's not great at all.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but
For
for
the
everything
service
else you get
itself,
with it's fine.
it kind of pays for itself within like your
Yeah.
first couple of purchases. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the service itself is fine. It's just like when it comes to like streaming, it's like, yeah, you can watch hundreds of TV shows for free. No, you can actually watch 3 for free. The rest of $30
Yeah,
a
and-
season. I was like, I don't care enough.
actually,
I'm
that's
paying
how
$30 for
TK
a season.
TK caught up with Grimm that way. So because they had Grimm on the streaming service for a while, and they had actually all the episodes for the first like I think 3 or 4 seasons on there. So it's for some series that they don't show on Netflix. It's pretty good for that.
Yeah, that
But-
Netflix can't get the rights to.
Yeah, the like 3 series that
I
Netflix
know.
can't get the rights.
One of them is Grimm.
One of them is Grimm.
And Agent Carter, apparently, because it's on nowhere. Except for Amazon has one DVD of it.
Oh man. But I'm sorry to hear that about Agent Carter.
I actually just found out more breaking news related to Marvel and comics and production movie stuff.
Does the fun ever end? Go for it, man.
Brie Larson cast as Captain Marvel, reportedly.
Really?
Look who that is. I don't know who that is.
She won an Academy Award this year? Was that this year?
Oh, was she the actress that was in Room?
Yeah, that sounds
Yes, not to
She's
be
the
confused with
frontrunner.
The Room.
right.
Right.
You're breaking
Oh,
my
wow,
heart,
okay.
Carol.
You're breaking my heart, Carol.
Oh, hey, Brody, how's your sex life?
Oh, hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. How's the Hydra doing? You can't talk about it right now. So how's your sex life? Oh, Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. Okay.
Well,
That's pretty cool.
she's the front
I
runner,
would've-
is what she is.
Oh, she's a front runner?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd prefer Katie Sackhoff, but
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
hey.
what'd you say?
Kitty Sackhoff. She played Starbuck in the new
Starbucks.
Battlestar Galactica.
She was the
Not
coffee.
our Battlestar Galactica. New Battlestar Galactica. She played Dirk Benedict.
Ah.
Yes.
She played the entire corporation of Starbucks. She was the entire corporation.
It's amazing.
She was
the
the
coffee
mermaid
too.
siren girl.
Weird.
Learned it was a siren the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. Go figure. I thought it was just a mermaid for the longest time too. But...
Luring mom and pop coffee shops to their doom, and mom pop coffee shops. I don't want to be, exclusionist.
And mama, we're all crazy now. That's by Quiet Riot. You guys don't even know who the hell that is, and I'm okay with that.
They did. We're not going to take it, right?
No, that was Twisted Sister.
Oh.
Quiet Riot did come on Field of Noise.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep. Oh, I know. So, in other news, we broke a story last week, especially with Marvel, and we mentioned something about a certain Captain America, but we didn't have the Marvel Comics guru here on the show. Care to weigh in on the controversy?
Yeah, this is the tide turning that I was talking about. Turns out it's turning for the worse.
Right.
So yeah, it's dumb. It's a dumb idea. Like, even if it turns out to be, like, brilliant.
And their faces are dumb.
Yeah, and their faces
It's a
are
dumb idea, even if it turns out to be brilliant.
Like it's just the idea of, like, because, all right, to address certain things in the qualification of the all run, don't threaten people over comic book storylines. Like, that's not okay, ever. Like, that's not
Ever. Not
not
okay
cool. So don't do that. Second of all, Hydra is definitely a Nazi organization. They stick their fists in
Absolutely.
the air and say, "Hail Hydra," and like,
Hail Nobra.
I mean, we salute the flag every day, but that's fine.
yeah, we don't say "Hail Flag"
Wait.
though. So
And we put our hands over our hearts.
we just chant a predetermined chant.
Losing fight, kiddo. Losing fight.
and yeah, and like, not all stories are they supposed to be the Nazis, but like, they're clearly supposed to be Nazi analogs. Just like AIM is science unchecked analog, and whoever Flag Smasher worked for is like extreme libertarianism. Like, that's like, they're clearly analogs, and like that's been used the entire time they've been in Marvel Comics. So yeah, people like, the defenses of the storyline. One is that we don't know where it's going. I'm like, yeah, but we can react to it in the meantime. That's fine. The other one is like, well, we sat through Wolf Cap, that one storyline where, Captain America turned into a werewolf for some reason, and like, we didn't get outraged about that. I go, yeah. First of all, one, everyone views it as a dumb idea. Like, no one comes away from that saying, oh yeah, that was really smart. Second of all, he's not a Nazi, he's just a werewolf, and not the same thing, despite what that one movie about Nazi werewolves will tell you. And then
Breaking news. Nazis not same as werewolves.
oh, okay, good, all right.
But are Nazis the same as Hydra?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Address that.
we covered, that was like the first thing he said.
I know.
And then second of all, people were like, well, Superior Spy, like everyone got mad over Superior Spider-Man. Look how that turned out. I go, and I'm like, okay, first of all, a little biased. I was a fan of that, so take that for what you will. At the same time, like, in that storyline, Peter Parker died a hero, saved a bunch of people, and Otto Octavius was like, yes, I'll carry on his legacy and be the hero that he needs. And eventually, it all went south, but at the same time, it's not Peter Parker, Nazi. And also, that was the culmination of a storyline and not the very beginning, where it's clearly meant to just grab headlines. Because that's, I mean, we're still talking about it, so clearly that's working. So it's just frustrating. That's it.
And I believe you were talking last night about this, and it's like, even if this was like a misdirect or a quick like sleight of hand, and he's really just gonna come back for it. If it's that insignificant, why do it in the first place?
Right, exactly. And like, Captain America is their arguably highest selling superhero right now. I think at least like his films have been, I think, the most critically lauded. And it's Steve Rogers, good old American boy, defender of truth and justice in the American way. And like, tons of merchandise out there with Captain America on it, except he's now a Nazi. So it's like, what's even the point?
Yeah. It was just a bit of a gaffe and a misstep, and it just shouldn't have been. So
Right.
Should have. I don't think it warranted death threats.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely not.
nothing in entertainment merits death threats. I mean,
Or like when a game's late. Or
yes,
delayed.
like what game are we talking about there, Craig?
I think that was No Man's Sky.
That would be the one. Delayed till August 6th, I believe, right?
Yeah, or at least sometime in
Oh,
August.
August 9th. August 9th. Yeah, you and I are in the same camp of if it's delayed, that usually is a good thing, right?
Usually, I mean, look at Blizzard. They take forever to make their games, and they usually work really well when they come out.
Fun
So-
fact about Blizzard, not owned by Vivendi anymore. I don't know if you knew this or not, but
What?
yes, this is truth to all of you. But yeah. So they're getting, even the people reporting on it are getting death threats. Like the people reporting that the game has been delayed are getting death threats for a delayed
Yeah.
game that they're not producing.
The internet is just stupid.
Why are people stupid?
Well,
It's not
actually,
the
it's
internet.
about
The internet
ethics
is a.
in game journalism. So,
What's that? What was that?
said actually, it's about ethics in game journalism. But okay,
Sure.
that was a jokey throwback. It's probably past its time. That's all right.
You're right.
Sorry,
Is
go
this a
ahead.
side effect? Is this a side effect of the crack again?
Yeah, definitely is. Ryan will
Just
edit that
making
part
sure.
out.
Keep it in, Randall. It's cold. So, but yeah, I mean, and
Yeah, it's actually I emailed you the article, but there's this really long article about how like screwed up fans have become, like mostly because of the internet, because everyone has like a seemingly direct connection to their favorite actor, actress, artist, writer, whatever, like through Twitter and Facebook and everything. And he compares the way people who make death threats to what's her name, Annie Wilkes
From Misery.
from Misery. So she's like the living embodiment of those people now.
The patron saint of fandom, according
Yes.
to the
Yes.
article.
Yeah, it's a fairly long article, but
Oh.
it's worth reading. He makes a lot of good points. Because like there's everyone's a fan. People don't like a way of writing a book went or a movie went or a game went. I'm still it still aggravates me. Jazz got ripped in half in Transformers.
never shuts up about it.
I don't.
Never shuts up
I
about it.
It still aggravates me. You know what I did? I didn't buy the movie.
You know what you did? You ranted about it to your friend, that like normal
That's
people
right.
do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make death threats to anyone.
Right?
I didn't play, Assassin's Creed 3, which I loved up until the very end, and then all of a sudden it was Desmond Jesus, and I threw my controller.
Desmond Jesus. Shout
I didn't
out
make
to
death
Desmond Jesus.
threats. That was the last time I played it. So I don't know. People take things way too far when there's like other things people should worry about.
People should like generate that energy into something else.
Right?
You should.
Yeah.
And like, you can totally disagree with how something's going because people have always done that and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's definitely like taking it a line too far. It's kind of funny to me that in that article the first firing shot of this new fandom thing was the Mass Effect 3 ending controversy.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think that's what started the whole thing.
when
I love it. Controversy.
when
Seems a little- that seems like a serious thing.
when actually like I would say that either the Star Wars remastering was probably the early onset of fandoms demanding something that the creators intended or whatever, how the fans think they now own the property because they engage with it and stuff, and it should be their way or no way. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Another
I'm
thing
legitimately
that
surprised that Force Awakens did as well as it did.
Yeah.
it's one of the classic Penny Arcade comics. It's It's called The Green Blackboard and Other Anomalies. It's basically Jonathan Gabriel's internet fuckwad theory. Is that you take normal person plus anonymity plus audience equal total fuckwad.
Yeah.
We can, because people can reach, their favorite celebrities or game designers or people that, normally, used to be inaccessible who made these products before, because the internet is essentially a microphone. And since you have all of these people on like Twitter and Facebook and all these other social medias, and when you can hide behind a keyboard, all of a sudden you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And people say whatever the hell they want and make these threats and everything. And it's like, I guarantee you, if people had to use their real names and if they had to actually, post their own picture there and be themselves on the internet, you wouldn't have any of that shit. Because
Yeah.
I don't think people would have the guts to do that. To treat another human being like that.
And something I found interesting, like after that article came out, Kurt Busiek of Avengers writing fame, he like went through this thing on Twitter where he said that there are good points to having such close interaction with the fans and not working in a vacuum like it used to be, because certain fan demands, but fan movements for things and fan interpretations and wanting something in a thing. While a good writer will never give them exactly what they want, or like will never directly cave in to demands, because that's never a thing you should do. Instead, he said that they process that kind of information and like integrate it into their stories in their own way, because it's receiving experiences is what writers do, and they process it into their stories no matter what they're writing. And so that kind of interaction is good, especially because I would call for the call for more diversity in comics and in any medium really is mostly fan driven, and that's like a good positive thing to come out of I guess we're calling it the fandom phenomenon. So there's, it's not all terrible. A lot of it is, but sometimes there's some positives.
Yeah.
But speaking of things that are terrible, Craig, are you sitting down?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay. Spoilers for the comic event of the summer, Civil War II, incoming. So brace yourselves.
Well, I'm sitting down.
So Craig, you remember how in that whole lead up to Captain America, Civil War, you were all like, Rhodey's gonna die, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
No, but you can tell me anyway.
Okay. Well, he didn't die.
Okay.
Yay!
Told you so.
Right.
But guess what?
What?
Civil War II, the comics event.
Yep.
Rhodey dies.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
Like in the first page, probably.
In issue 0.
Oh, well, duh. Of
Nice.
course.
Wow.
So in the
Wow.
main comic event, he dies off
Jesus.
screen.
Okay. Wow.
Because in issue 0 takes place before, and then issue 1, a quote unquote start of the event, I guess they talk about what happens. I mean, in his defense, he dies fighting Thanos, so
All right. So,
To be fair, hasn't everyone died fighting Thanos? I mean, come on.
even
it's
his
true.
girlfriend.
Even his girlfriend, which is death. Come on now.
Yeah, he got punched in the chest, and turns out Thanos' fist beats War Machine armor a lot. So he dead.
I mean, and plus, Craig, he's only paralyzed in the Civil War movie. So it's
all right.
Hey, it's not the
It's-
worst thing to happen to you.
right.
That's right.
To me
Also,
personally,
he has cybernetic feet at the end of the movie. He'll be fine.
magic
Yeah,
legs, just like Colonel Danes.
Well, also, I think I want to say there was like a War Machine storyline where he was essentially in a tank because he was
Yeah,
paralyzed.
he eventually became like a cyborg,
Yeah.
pretty much. So,
There
Well,
you
the
go.
thing of it was, in the comic, like in the comics back in the day, the whole reason why Rhodey picked up the mantle of War Machine was because it was actually Tony that got paralyzed.
Yeah.
And Rhodey stepped up to become Iron Man, and then War Machine, when Tony could wear the armor and basically use his legs in the armor, he could retake the mantle of Iron Man, and Rhodey continued as War Machine. So it was kind of like flip-flopped. But of course, they're not going to paralyze Robert Downey Jr. because, well, money.
Unless they paralyze him with anxiety.
Oh! But speaking of the wrong way to do a movie, Heather, didn't you see X-Men Apocalypse not too long ago?
I wouldn't say it's the wrong way to do a movie, but yeah, I did.
Yeah?
The interesting thing about X-Men Apocalypse, I'm gonna go into this because James Willems from Funhouse put it really well. He says it's a very interesting movie at this time because there's so many opinions across the board on it. Because I have friends who loved it. I have friends who hated it. I have friends who were kind of about it, which is me.
More like it's
So it's more like it's really, that's a giant spider. It's just really interesting that that's just really interesting. I'm sorry, I have to get it out of here, else I'm gonna be distracted the entire time. Pause. I'm sorry.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll
Spider
totally
in the
vamp.
room.
Giant
Team
spider
4-star.
just below sharks and ghosts. So,
Well,
yeah.
I'm surprised you voted for
Pickles.
Spider-Woman as the book of the week, seeing as though Tiger Shark was the enemy in there.
Yeah, well, that you kind of confronted my fear because one, she's not tiny and fast, and I can't keep track of her whenever she goes. And 8 legs and venom.
Right.
And she beat up a shark, so always kind of a plus in my book.
Is the shark in the book like Jabberjaw?
No, it's the villain Tiger Shark.
Yeah, but is he like Jabberjaw?
Nah, he wears like orange and purple.
Apparently,
So
he's also
So
a
he's
DNA
the Joker
splice.
dressed as a shark.
Well, he's
Yeah,
a
he
DNA
is
splice
DNA
of a tiger
splice.
shark and Namor. Like that's his thing. Is like he's a some kind of weird mutant clone hybrid thing.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Heather, take care of that spider.
Yes.
Awesome.
Did you assassinate it? You went up
I
behind it?
did. They're not allowed in my room.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
You should all take them outside, but no, they're not allowed in my room.
Wow.
Well, when you wake up with spider bites every morning, it's kind of annoying.
And disconcerting.
Anyway.
And disconcerting.
Didn't get any powers from it.
Let's see, that list of
Stitchiness.
places to go right next to Colorado. We'll just cross that off the list. Okay, keep on going.
Just spiders.
Those mile-high spiders.
They're
They're,
just annoying and scary.
spiders.
But anyway, X-Men. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't like the movie. I was just very confused,
Mhm.
basically. It's like they picked like 4 plot points, and then they're like, how do we connect these? We'll just throw a 20-minute scene of Quicksilver running around. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so the Batman v Superman way of doing things. Gotcha, all right.
According to my friend, it was better than that, but I didn't see
Oh.
Batman vs Superman, so I have no opinion on that.
No, just taking various plot points and just shoehorning it into things and trying to connect them.
Yeah. It looked great. They did a lot of the costumes were pretty cool. They did a lot of practical effects that looked pretty cool on screen. Like it looked great. I just got slightly lost in what was happening, what they were trying to do. Apocalypse apparently has sand powers, but
Well. Sand powers, you say?
he built a pyramid out of
Rock and roll?
the ground.
Oh, okay.
Out of after Egypt got completely destroyed.
Oh,
Spoiler,
good.
I guess.
Disaster porn. Good, good.
Well, it is called
Really?
Apocalypse, so I thought there's gonna be more disaster, and now it just fucked up Egypt.
Only.
It just well, it's Apocalypse. Usually things go worse than that.
Did they
It's
make it
like-
a point to evacuate the city first?
No.
Marvel is slipping.
Well, it's
Um,
Fox, not Marvel.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
Fox.
It's Fox. That's cool. That's cool. Let
So,
civilians die.
you know,
That's fine.
some people were, yeah, one guy got sucked into a wall. It was weird.
Wow. Oh!
Oh, also, it was the movie of women crying in the corner.
Sweet. That's always a way to empower women on film.
Because, like, there's one point, I guess kind of spoilers, that Apocalypse takes Xavier, and she's like, Xavier, and Jean Grey's outside the walls, like, you have to help Xavier, blah, blah, blah. And so they're like, he's dying, blah, blah. And so they're fighting, and then she keeps going, you gotta help him. Like, you're just standing there. Go do something.
She got
Go
the
help.
Phoenix. She got the Phoenix all inside of her, so she could easily just unmade
Yeah, she has the
reality or
Phoenix
something.
all inside of her. That's how the
Phrasing.
comic is.
I think that, Heather, we can definitely make Craig's day better right now. Tell him what happens to Havoc.
Oh, he gets super murdered, I think.
Nice.
Oh,
2 for 2.
Oh, and does Craig like Havoc too?
Oh, hell yeah.
God, why is this only water?
Because apparently Alex Summers is now Scott Summers' older brother. And when
Because why would you want twins anymore?
Psylocke can make portals, and she
Wait,
came with...
Portals.
Yeah, I didn't think that
Yeah.
was right. I was like, I don't remember
wait.
that being a thing.
wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
But Psylocke can make portals, and they go to the Xavier's mansion to do something. Taunt him. I don't remember. Or take Xavier. Maybe they're doing that. But
Just
it
to,
was
like,
it was
they go
hard
to-
to follow.
They go to
But
roll
then
his
Havoc
house.
decided he was gonna try to. Havoc decided he was gonna try to destroy
Havoc them.
Apocalypse and his gang. And so he did his like flashy red stuff, but they disappeared right before, and he ended up just shooting the shit out of the Blackbird. Is that what it's
Blackbird.
called? Blackbird. Okay. Blackbird like engine, and the engine super exploded, and that's when we got the 20-minute scene of Quicksilver apparently being able to evacuate like 1,000 students in
Except Havoc.
4 minutes, except for Havoc because he didn't realize he was there.
Wow.
It was bugging him, I guess.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It was odd. It was like, so is he really dead, or are they just doing the thing where he's now not dead? I mean, the entire building fell on him, but I don't know.
Well, they killed Darwin, whose ability was not to die. So
That was like
Yeah.
the dumbest part in that movie. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't understand.
I was fully expecting like about after the scene's credits where he's just like he wakes up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm alive. That's my whole thing. I can.
Hell,
By the way.
I mean, he could be alive. The one point he was just energy floating around because that's how he adapted. Maybe you just can't
Right.
see him.
Darwin is back. It's great.
Maybe he was like, this is fucking stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm
Right,
out.
I don't want to be a part of this. Fuck you guys. You didn't even help me.
I got fucking blown up and no one did a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
However, I just want to bring to Craig's attention that for a long time in the comics, Havoc was believed dead, but he was really captured by Cameron Hodge and brainwashed into one of the magistrates on Genosha, and was actually corralling mutants and trying to like restrict their powers and everything until Scott Summers saw his brother and is like, "Oh shit, Alex, you're alive!" And Alex is
So
like,
that was
"Fuck you, I
That
hate
was
you."
the big thing with Scott was like
So
they both
Then he
Just
told him a story.
dived out of an airplane while it was going down, and that's how they became orphans.
yeah, pretty much.
I say that with quotes, but
Because everybody knows that they're only part orphans because while the mom died, Corsair went up and they're actually kidnapped by the
Yeah, wasn't-
Shi'ar.
Wasn't
And,
the plane attacked by aliens? Wasn't that eventually how it turned out?
Pretty much, yeah.
I
And
kind of love X-Men in that regard because a lot of things are just like aliens. You're like, okay.
Yeah, if
Everyone
it's not
has different
prejudice,
powers. I guess I
it's
can suspend my
aliens.
belief.
right. So in comics, at least they used the ex machina of they needed a mutant for the new plotline in Genosha, and that's basically how they revealed Havoc to still be alive. And Havoc
mean,
then
they
went on to
probably-
lead Hex Factor.
I wouldn't be
So
surprised if they were setting that up.
So there's still hope, Craig.
There is
That's
still
true.
upgrade.
That's true.
Not like Rhodey though. Woo!
Yeah, he
Well, you got
did.
Denzel
He
Washington.
did.
No, Don
Wait, what?
Cheadle. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
I get the D's mixed up.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry for everyone.
And phrasing.
Listen, Don Cheadle will turn everyone into a fucking tree.
Fucking tree.
Powers.
Absolutely
mind,
right.
But the what's his name? Archangel is really cool.
But
had a
not
cool
blue.
transfer-
He had metal.
And
Did he
then-
have metal wings or real wings?
He had metal wings. The under part of the wing ripped straight out of his ribs. It was a really intense transformation scene.
Yikes.
It was.
How did he lose the
interesting,
wings
though.
in the first place, though? Or
What
did
wings?
he lose his wings?
He broke his wing,
Right.
but
So.
also
hmm,
Apocalypse is really into cyberpunk. I realized because like
really.
he made like all their costumes at one point for the Four Horsemen, and like they gave like Archangel a mohawk thing with like this tattooing thing around the side of his face. It was like oddly cyberpunk, except for Psylocke.
Wow.
She's got a retard.
Yeah, let's say, did he make
Yeah.
that? Because that's a little weird of him to do that.
It was
So
all
He made
cyberpunk.
Storm kind of cyberpunk.
Also with a mohawk.
Who would have
Also with
guessed
mohawk.
an ancient mutant from past Egypt? You're really into cyberpunk. Big fan of the effects.
Wait, are we talking
Exactly.
about Stargate?
Yeah,
Oh
that's,
shit.
that's the explanation.
Technically, yeah, aren't we? Fuck.
Wow, this is a
Also-
crossover event you never saw coming.
What was the other odd thing about there? Oh yeah, when he made the, I was telling Charlotte, I said I think when they must have played Assassin's Creed before, they designed half of the temple because like the pyramid he makes rise out of the ground, basically looks like the apple of Eden, like glowing things from the game.
That's awesome.
I was like, that looks like Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
so-
that Brian Singer.
That being said, I was very about it. This is one of the few movies I got super bored during. Where I was just sitting there like I don't care anymore. I just want to go home.
Yeah,
But-
it's the same Magneto story that we've been seeing for the past 2 movies, essentially.
it's like they're like, oh, characterization. Nope, we're gonna go back to where we started because that was funner. We're like, but what was the point of that part in the beginning? Why did you give him a family if you're gonna take all the characterization back instead of making the character grow, even if it's the other way?
Yeah.
How do you really feel?
I'm sad. I'm angry now.
See? Yes.
Let's
So-
hate how through you.
Craig, do you want to mention any other fan favorite characters that you like?
No.
So we can track
No.
them.
No.
See who lives and who dies.
Are you sure? How big of a fan of yours, She-Hulk?
I'm neutral with She-Hulk.
Okay.
I'm a
She did.
fan.
Yeah, you don't have the curse there, Charlie. It's all Craig. Craig's the lucky one.
It's suspected that she's no longer among the living in Civil War II. Because
Wow.
in that same fight, the reason Rhodey died is he was about to shoot a missile at Thanos. Thanos like moved too quickly or something, and his aim was off, so he shot She-Hulk with a missile.
And
That
that
killed
killed
her?
She-Hulk.
I mean, to be fair, he was going to shoot Thanos with a missile. That missile had to be
Okay.
pretty powerful.
Had to be pretty. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Okay. All right.
I thought the same thing. I was like,
Alright.
why did Thanos do that? Oh, it's
All right, I'll accept that explanation.
It's a Thanos missile.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
and-
pretty big missile.
Since we're apparently no one cares or gives a shit about spoilers, they set up Mr. Sinister at the end.
No, I'd
With
be
the
intrigued if I
Essex.
didn't see such like meh reviews about this movie.
And then I don't. They super murder Magneto's family in like the weirdest way. So he works at like a factory doing something. I don't know what he does. It's
Mhm.
some
Let's say he
old
makes
job.
hats.
Well,
A
there's
hat
metal
factory.
involved, so I don't know if you usually use that, but
Helmets.
there you go. A drum of molten something cracks off his chain and is about to squish some dude, and so he stops it and like gently places it next to the dude. And I was like, okay, I don't think he'd actually care, but it's fine. And then, so he's like, then he decided that him and his wife and his daughter, whose very first introduction is the daughter playing in the backyard with a deer,
Of course.
because that's normal.
It's just such a peaceful life they have there. It's so idyllic.
Or like Jamie said, we have to show the happiest family possible. What can we do? Let's play with the deer. And so he's like, we have to leave. They know they'll think something happened. They know something happened. Blah blah blah. We have to leave before they figure out who I am. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Whatever. And so at one point they're packing up, and then they realize that the daughter's gone missing, and so they're freaking out, and they run outside, and they run into the woods, and there's like 10 cops, I guess, standing there, and they all have like bows and arrows because they know he can control metal now somehow. They're very
That's why
intuitive.
they had bows and arrows. Okay.
They came to that conclusion real fast. And also,
Yeah,
I'm so glad all of them are expert marksmen. Like,
I know.
bow and arrow enthusiasts.
Oh well, and so
About that.
and so he's like, please don't hurt my family. He's like, just take me. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll take you. And so they go to take him, but then his daughter starts freaking out because he's like, please don't take my dad, blah blah. And I guess she can control animals or something along those lines because a shit ton of birds start attacking them. I guess. And then I don't know. And then one of the policemen who's too busy paying attention to the birds, accidentally shoots the bow because that's really easy to do apparently. And he's just and the mom's hugging the daughter, and he just skewers them both with one arrow.
Jesus.
Just look
I
at
was
the
like,
flowers.
Well,
at the flowers.
alright.
Look at the flowers. Wow.
Jesus.
I was like, that was the weirdest way he could possibly done that, but it's fine.
Well, technically, they pulled a Walking Dead because in the actual comic book series, that's how they got rid of Craig. Who was Rick's wife that nobody liked?
Laura?
Lori. Yeah.
Lori, I was really
Lori.
close. For someone who's never seen the show.
Lori. Thank you. And that's how they killed the baby and the wife in one fell swoop because the sniper had a bead on Lori, fired a bullet, and in one of the most iconically horrifying pages in comicdom, Lori and the baby are like blown up with one shot, and I'm like, whoa!
But did he accidentally shoot them? It's the accidentally part I find silly.
She intentionally shot Lori. She did not intentionally shoot the baby. So
There's still an
Kinda
intention
half and
there,
half?
which makes more sense.
there was still intention. That's true. As
I just saw this
opposed
where they're
to
like, oh, we
Katniss fucking
accidentally
Everdeen over
murdered your
here.
entire family. I was like,
And
but how do you do that on accident? You could even replicate that shot if you tried.
And also with a bow, like you have to have that drawn taut and stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
And
it's not like a
Amy,
gun where you just go off by pulling a trigger. It's like, oh, I gotta pull it all the way back and hold it there. Yeah, it's just
Did he offer himself as tribute afterwards? I'm curious.
turns out that's actually Hawkeye's cousin.
so that's why.
The Hawk guy.
That's why.
Fuck guy. Wow.
Wait. Does anything happen to Plastic Man?
Oh, I think you're safe because Plastic Man's DC.
Okay, good.
He's not in DC Rebirth, so he's probably dead though. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know. DC Rebirth, that was just the spark that ignited things. That wasn't the whole fire.
Right, but I'm assuming Dr. Manhattan also killed him.
Well, they're bringing up so many people. They're bringing back so many people in DC. There's a good chance that you might see Plas. But wow, that sounds like just a.
But
That
that's
sounds like
that's
something.
why Magneto decided that he was chill with becoming one of the Four Horsemen.
Oh, okay.
Also,
So
did
he
they
was
do like?
with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Yes.
Don't
It's part of
don't
it.
quite understand why Storm was in that mix still, but I guess she
Oh,
was
he
there.
gave her a coin, right? That's what happened. Like she got a coin, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess I'll kill a whole bunch of people with you. That's fine."
I guess.
Uh,
Let's murder every person. It
Did
was
they
funny
do the-
'cause it's like he's like not even like mutants will only survive. He's like, if people survive, they can join us. I'm like, okay.
That's kind
But
of a rip.
Magneto's decidedly anti-people. So strange.
Huh?
But Magneto is decidedly anti-people.
Yeah, but he's usually like pro-mutant,
Well, right.
so you probably care a little bit that they're murdering half the mutants.
Did they do the whole like Horsemen of Death, War, Pestilence, and Famine stuff?
No, I don't even know who's who.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
They
let's see.
referenced it once, and then they're like, yeah, they're the Archangel and Psylocke and Storm and
But the thing
Magneto.
is, it's like, instead of going with the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse, because everyone knows that, nowadays, if you have anything related to anything remotely Judeo-Christianism, it's just horrible and bad to put anywhere, even though they derived it from the Bible. But no, it's like 4 things to do with war. It's like the 4 stages of war or something like that. That's what they all represented this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. I just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it when they have like a common theme is, because like I think I want to say it was Uncanny Avengers, they were just all the Horsemen of Death. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like
Death, death, and death, and death.
it was like when they brought back
Death,
Sentry
Death,
and
and
stuff
Mr.
like
Death.
that. Like there was
Deather.
3 others or whatever.
Did you know in Red Dead Redemption you can actually capture all of the 4 horses for the 4
Yeah,
horsemen,
that's right. In
Oh, that
the
sounds cool.
undead,
and they all
Undead
did
Nightmare DLC.
had different stuff like War. I think if you rode by like zombies or like enemies, it would light them on fire.
What did
Nice.
Ric Flair's horse do?
Woo!
He stole a jet for you.
He's styling and profiling.
Styling Amber, Nature Boy. Another thing with Red Dead Redemption, little Easter egg there. When you're tracking down that, I know you
It's a
quest.
Wester egg.
That's on par with a joke that Dave made. I'm gonna let you think about that for a little while.
That was a good joke.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke. But the dude that you're following around, who has the top hat on and is just being cryptic, saying, "I know you, John. I know everything you did in your life." And you finally go to him, and he's on a ridge, saying, "Ah, this is a beautiful place, don't you think?" If you when you finish the game and John Marston gets mercilessly gunned down,
My God,
that's
spoilers.
yeah, for a game that's like 10 years old. You see that place where he's standing on and said, "My, this is a beautiful place." That's where they bury John at the end. Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, you're following death, and death basically tells you where you're going to be buried. So that was freaky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That parts of that game were freaky. Like when you had to like find the Sasquatches. Did you ever do that mission?
I don't think I did that mission.
That was
Yeah,
an
it's
Undead
like
Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
They like hire you to like go and like kill this monster, and then you do, and then you find out like he has a family, and it's all like weird. It's kind of depressing. I'm like, oh, the monster's me.
You put the magazine over the face so you don't have to see yourself shoot him. Yeah, I know. It's a special gesture you
Look
can
at the
unlock.
flowers, Sasquatch. Look at the flowers.
Look at the flower, Sasquatch. So Heather, would you recommend people go see X-Men Apocalypse, or do you think they should wait till video or Redbox?
I mean, it's up to them really, 'cause like I said, it's a very large across the board thing. I know people who loved it, who absolutely loved it. So it's a hard one.
Right.
I won't say it again, but I'll just go watch Civil War for the 3rd time.
See? She'll do that too. She's kind of crazy like that. All right. Well, before, Jake, you mentioned the crossover that you never knew you wanted.
Yeah.
There's a crossover that's happening that you never knew you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It would seem that Cartoon Network in a couple months are going to be bringing you Teen Titans Go and the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah. It would seem that the Powerpuff Girls are chasing Mojo Jojo to Jump City, where they run into the Teen Titans. And hilarity ensues. And
'Cause love
personally, I
makes
can't
the
wait to
world
see
go round.
it. It really is. I can't wait to see it because I'm, unlike 90% of the population, I'm actually a fan of Teen Titans Go. I think it's a pretty well-written series.
Never seen it, but someone I follow on Twitter was like, "Yeah, I watched it with my, like younger cousin. People are jerks."
Yeah, they really are. They had an episode where, and it got dark, like hella dark, because Raven saw old people in the park.
Ugh,
Because
the
As
worst.
you do.
no, check this shit out. Mad Mod, who's a villain in the cartoon, had this ability to change people of any age into old people. Raven thinks old people are adorable. So
So she's
when
the
they
opposite of Randy
disarm,
Orton.
when they disarm Mad Mod, and the staff changes people into old people, is on the ground, and Robin goes, "Quick, Raven, get it away from him." She goes, "Oops," and kind of kicks it back towards Mad Mod, and he changes all the Teen Titans into old people. And she brings them all back to the Titan lair, and she's like, "You guys are adorable. I love you guys so much." It's just like, look, there's so much things you can enjoy when they're old people, like grandchildren. And Cyborg has 3 grandchildren. And she's like, "And where did the grandchildren come from? Nobody knows." It's like, and look, see, this cute couple slow dancing and old stories and everything, and oh, it's great. And then she comes into the room where everybody's just like knitting and everything like that, and Beast Boy is turned into a fish in a fishbowl, and then she says, "Hey, Beast Boy, want to tell me that story one more time?" And you just see Beast Boy turn upside down and float to the top. He fucking died. And she's like, well, what the fuck is this? And all the rest of them are like, well, that's what happens when you get old. You know, you get to the end of your life and then you die, but you leave such good memories behind. And then she wakes up the next morning like, well, I'm going to live every day to the fullest. And then the next scene is her on the hill with 4 gravestones in front of her. And I'm like, holy shit. She
Good
says,
lord.
I know what I have to do. I have to go get my friends back. So she goes into hell. And, she goes to Charon, who's on his boat. So it's like, "Do you have coins for the dead for me to carry you across to ferry you across the river Styx?" And she goes, "No. Because then you can't pass." And then since Raven floats, she just kind of floats past him. It's like, okay, you only need 1 coin. Okay, I'll do you a solid. I'll take you over for free. It's like, nah, I got this. Well, she's half demon, so she can do this. She can go into that world, and she goes over to Death, who has a musical number with her, and
Nice.
Wait, the Death from Billy and Mandy, because that'd be awesome.
No, it's not, unfortunately. But
Jamaican Death for some reason.
but he does a funk act, so it's kind of like, I think his name is Big Daddy Death or whatever, and
That's shit. Kevin Nash, weird.
yeah, maybe Big Sexy Death.
Big Daddy Death. Diesel.
And he has this thing where it's just like, "I'll give you your friend's soul back, but you have to give me yours." And she's like, "Okay, fine." She's like, "Well, that was easier than expected." It's like, "Well, first give me the souls. I know that you're crafty." So Death gives her the souls of her friends, and and he goes, "Okay, where's your soul?" She's like, "Well, I'm half demon, so I don't have one." And then she smiles. She's got fangs. She has 4 eyes lit up in the darkness, and she's like cackling. And then she takes her friends and she skedaddles out of hell. And he's just like, "There's always a price when you make a deal with death." Well, brings it home, and everybody's there, and the grandkids where they came from, nobody knows, are there, but they're all scared. And she's like, "Well, what's the matter?" And she brought them all back to life, so now they're all zombies. And she's like, "Zombie old people, this is the best day ever." And that's when the episode ends.
Interesting.
So it covers some dark shit.
So also spoilers for Teen Titans Go. Just throw that in.
For
That was
one
literally the
episode.
entire episode.
Thank you. See? He knows. That guy knows.
That's odd.
But, yeah. But, so, it's like, a lot of people, like, give it a bad rep. I personally like the show. It really touches on weird, dark stuff. And
I think yesterday there was an episode Robin was talking about the responsibilities of buying and selling property and establishing mortgage and doing long-term games and whatnot.
It's educational, right? See?
It's pretty cool.
See? Take it from this guy.
I'll say-
He's a dad.
I like to imagine Randall just smashing something while he's talking. It's just, you know, it's 8 o'clock in Randall's house. He's gonna smash stuff.
He's just got that 1,000-yard stare, and he's just got a hammer.
His kids are
All
like
these
pushing
squares
objects in
make a
front
circle.
of him.
All these squares make a circle.
Randall, you can leave the tower.
Don't tell me what to do.
Damn, Randall. Back with those Teen Titan facts. Love it.
Hmm.
All
Seeing
right.
X-Men Apocalypse just made me want to watch the 80s X-Men again. Or 90s.
Da-da-da.
80s, 90s-ish.
Da-da-da.
It's a good show.
Da-da-da.
It is. It was a great show.
It was a great show. Written by a dude that just sat down and read like 100 X-Men comic books and said, okay, I'm just basing everything I'm writing off the 100 X-Men comic books I just read. Let's do this.
Still better than
Yeah.
some things.
I mean, the animation was just horrible if you look at it now, but still.
It's actually not that
stories.
bad. It gets really bad when it gets to the 5th season, and they decide they ran out of money.
So it's just cardboard cutouts that they kind of shuffle in front of a camera.
And then they lost all their voice actors, so...
I'm the best there is at what I do, even though what I do ain't very nice.
I mean, Gambit turned French.
Oh,
Oh,
The Purple Rogue.
you're
That
gonna have
was
to do that when you play Mafia, Jake. You know that, right?
oh, yeah, that's right.
But I was bored one day, and I sat down with that show, and I was just looking at the Hellfire Club, and that thing is like panel to panel, the comic,
Mm.
with different people, but it's a good comic reference. Or not. Okay.
No, please. I didn't know that you were not continuing. My apologies.
I don't remember that episode where they're all in weird lingerie stuff, because that's how the Hellfire Club always is. That's very disconcerting. Except for when they were kids, luckily, thank God.
Right? That's mm. Yeah, that was great. It's just like, you know, in the movie, how they I was wondering when I saw First Class, I'm like, how the fuck are they going to do this? In this day and age, how are they going to film this? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right. All right. So,
Yeah.
but,
Sadly, no. Oh, I guess none of the men were in lingerie, so I guess that's okay. I guess question mark. So yeah,
well, in the original comic, they were all in Victorian garb.
yeah.
Yeah.
A weird dichotomy between the two genders of the Hellfire Club for some reason.
Yeah. You have to dress in lingerie, but we're gonna dress like dandy gentlemen. Hey, Sebastian, what do you think about this? I say fuck shirts. All right, Sebastian says fuck shirts. He doesn't need a shirt. All you girls, wear some lingerie. Got that Jean Grey clone lying around, don't we? Oh yeah, there she is.
Madeline.
Madeline.
She married what's his face for a while, huh?
Married Scott. They had a kid. His name's
Oh.
Cable. Yep.
Scott had a lot of kids. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
Rachel
Rachel
gets to
too.
play Cable.
Yep.
It's someone
Ruby
else. I can't remember who
Summers,
else it
that
was.
one alternate timeline where he had a kid with Emma Frost, I think.
More than likely. To play Cable, Craig, I would go with either, you know, fucking Rob Liefeld put out a Photoshop picture of John Hamm saying, I'm convinced John Hamm should be Cable. and it looks pretty convincing. But I wouldn't mind seeing somebody like Dolph Lundgren playing Cable.
Can you see John Hamm's feet in the picture though? Because that's if it's a Rob Liefeld creation. Then you definitely can.
It's funny enough, his feet and hands were not in the picture. It's so weird.
I think Stephen Lang was like campaigning to be Cable or whatever.
Stephen Lang would be a pretty good choice.
What's his name that played Hellboy?
Oh, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Possibly. Possibly.
I just finished season 2 Daredevil, and that is a good season. Just so you know. Yeah.
Was Cable in it?
They're real good. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twist. You never saw it coming. This mutant from the shows up.
Blah!
They don't have the rights to him,
I
but
need a
he's there.
lawyer.
I need a traveling lawyer.
I need a lawyer for copyright reasons.
I have a dead future hooker in my dead future trunk.
For copyright reasons. Brilliant. That's awesome. Fox is right on my ass.
They're coming to get me. I need a lawyer.
Good lord. Wow. So we can throw Cable and Daredevil in there. Tags.
season.
Nice.
I don't know if you watched season 1, but it is a good season. Season 2 is definitely better, I think.
I heard tell that both seasons were just awesome. Knocked it out
I
of the
still
park.
like Jessica Jones better, but I think Daredevil season 2 definitely improved.
Big fan of Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is really cool. I like Daredevil a lot, but Karen's like the unsung hero of that show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's
you know,
not the Doomsday.
She's working with the Doomsday, so she has to be. When I saw he was playing Foggy Nelson, I'm like, I wonder when he and Daredevil are going to play Punch Face to see which one is stronger.
Karen, right here. This is radioactive sponge. We're gonna stick it in Doomsday's ass, and he's gonna die.
I made a couple Daros references in my review of Superman Rebirth #1.
You did.
That I contributed this week to the pull list.
I contributed.
Yeah.
For a while, you had a backup issue. Is it a backup issue? Backup tale, whatever. Story.
I think that that sounds like a pretty good backup story. Sounds like a pretty good name for a video series. Anyway, so yeah, I got to contribute to the pull list this week, and I'm probably going to be a fixture for 3 or 4 weeks because I'm going to be helping Jake out with the reviews of the DC Rebirth titles.
Yep.
So yeah.
Do you think you're gonna cover the series after their Rebirth primers? Because that's what apparently the Rebirth issues are.
It depends on the primers.
Yeah.
Like if they really strike me as really compelling, I'll go for it. Like I'm definitely going to be picking up Green Arrow 1.
Right.
And I really want to see how the Superman and family goes as well. But yeah, we'll definitely see after the primers are read if they still hold my interest and if it's still like it's going towards what was the big reveal in DC Rebirth.
Right.
DC Universe Rebirth #1, so. But guys, breaking news also on top of every other breaking news we've had so far.
Wow, what an amazing podcast. Give us awards. Anyway, go ahead.
Breaking news.
October 16th, 2016. And this is something close to my heart. Skylanders Imaginators is coming out.
This motherfucker with the Skylanders.
Side note. So the way that I do this is I'm at my computer right now looking at stuff and confirming stuff and what we need to, but I do Skype through my Xbox. So on the screen is basically, the 4 icons. So we've got Randall, we've got Craig, we've got Jake, and we've got Heather. Well,
yeah.
I'm looking at my screen and on my phone because I'm writing down notes and everything, looking stuff up, making sure everything's correct, and I'm going back and forth with that, and I just happened to glance over just as soon as I said Skylanders Imaginators coming out, threw my hands up in the air, looked at the screen, and almost shit myself because Heather changed her picture.
Oh.
I enjoy your makeup job, but damn, girl.
It's not that scary.
It's the
Good
clown.
lord.
It's the clown zombie.
When you don't expect it, it's pretty something. What goes, I shit myself. Anyway,
Clowns, huh?
Skylanders
How much are we offended?
Imaginators.
It's just a normal picture.
So there's going to be 20 hero characters, 11 villain characters, and these are going to be the sensei characters. Now, why would you need senseis, you would ask? Because the big draw on this is, even though they're making you buy new characters, those are your teachers, because in Skylanders Imaginary, you basically can make your own Skylanders. Through this little thing they call creation crystals, which basically have templates in them and like swappable parts out, you basically put a creation crystal on your little portal, and it unlocks different customization options so you can make your own customized Skylander and go through with its own moveset, its own element. Just something that, like, okay, I'm not a big fan that you have to buy these stupid figures and put them on your little thing and, you know, play with them. And I think it's a genius idea. I think it's wonderful for marketing. But at the same time, they just kind of thought up a way to keep the whole idea fresh, because you kids get to create their own dude now, or dudette, and I think that that's really cool. TK is a huge fan of the franchise, and if you ever see, you know, Skylanders being played on my gamer tag, it's usually her playing it, and it's strangely compelling, to where I've found myself saying, well, let me try it, or let me try it. And I do that more than actually she gets the time to play. So I've kind of become a fan of it because they have weird designs. It's sort of like Battleborn for kids. It's the only way I can really explain it. But yeah, I'm very happy about this. I know y'all probably don't care, but whatever. I thought it was fascinating.
I care.
Thank you.
I don't.
Well, good. I didn't make it for you! Sorry. And also, to close things out, all the Xbox One people rejoice because you get 885 Fallout mods available as of today for Fallout 4.
What?
Yeah. So if you're
available on PC when I bought it on PC.
Wow.
Sing.
Listen to this guy over here. Got him on PC. You know, it's funny too, because I was actually told a while ago that somebody on his PC was maybe doing a Fallout 4 series for the Team DBAH channel. And
yeah, I tried. I started. I got
so
stuck,
weird about that.
and I have to restart it again.
Is there a mod that you can download for that?
That's what
What's
they
your
call
best
a
song?
reverse burn. Damn.
Shots have been fired.
So it's a freeze?
Freezer burn.
Freezer burn. You can't eat this ice cream anymore because it's totally yucky. Freezer burn. Anyway, guess what, kids?
What?
We're out of time.
Oh.
Also, Ghost Simulator is free. It's up on now.
What?
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 Ghost Simulator is free on
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I definitely thought you said like
Right.
Ghost Simulator, and I about hung up. And
Xbox.
Goat Simulator as a birthday present. Sweet.
Nice.
does that mean it's Randall's birthday?
It could be.
Friday.
It's Jake. Duh. His birthday's on Friday. God. Don't you have it marked on the calendar like I do and I'm looking at right now?
No,
God.
that's what Facebook's for. Facebook, aka my birthday calendar.
That's a good
Agreed.
idea. I should probably check Facebook more often. Did I miss any of your birthdays?
Only the
Probably
past 26 years.
Fuck. No, actually,
Maybe-
no. Fuck you, because I did say happy birthday to you, I did. Ha! And I always say happy birthday to Heather because her birthday is Christmas Eve, and I always
Yeah.
say happy birthday to Craig because his birthday is the same as my birthday, so I don't forget my birthday or his birthday. So eat a dick.
There you have it.
So it's
I
just
just
me.
flipped off. So it's just him.
It's just yours as he forgets.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. I don't remember Luke's or Trevor's or 90% of the other
Oh,
people.
I don't remember those
Mine's
people.
just really
oh
easy
yeah,
to
I don't
remember.
feel bad now.
So, all right, kids. But Craig, thank you for coming out tonight and informing us of things that that I should have researched before I actually came out tonight.
Oh, thank you for being you. And I'd just like to give a shout out to my coworker Dave, who's on the Bad Coyote Funky podcast, who recommended getting this blue snowball microphone that I'm using now. It's pretty cool. Also works on the PS4.
Yes, it's actually the microphone I have been recording my my recent videos on. So, if you're wondering why all of a sudden I sound good, that's the reason why. So, big thank you to Dave. Thank you to Heather for coming on and letting us know the lowdown on X-Men Apocalypse. I don't think I'm gonna go see it, but
Fair, you don't see most things.
I don't see most things. You're absolutely right. But yes, but thank you though. So now, if I have the choice to go see either X-Men Apocalypse or Civil War, you're saying I should see X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Going for it. All right. And of course, thank you for Jake. Jake, thank you for coming back on, dude.
You're welcome. You know, I had to find the Rohirrim, so it took me a while.
Yes. And there was no fashion involved tonight, I'm happy to say.
Wait, was that a cue?
No. No, it
Oh,
wasn't cute. It's a no fashion.
Well, inside baseball there.
Little inside baseball. And a big thank you for the contributions from our good friend Randall, as well as editing and engineering this whole motherfucker, making it sound good. So thank you very much, Randall.
Yeah.
Please remember to swing by teamdba.com to check out everything that is Team DBA, including this very podcast. It comes out every Thursday, which you can find on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Player FM. You can play it right there on the site as well. You can read the pull list that comes out every Wednesday, where Jake over here tells you what comic books you should be reading for the week.
Or writing.
Writing for the week, who knows. And, of course, there's a monthly Loot Crate review from Jamie. Just had one a couple weeks ago. And, of course, we have various articles over there. We have tons of stuff you can check out. And we have a banner on top of the page right there for No Scope Glasses, which is one of our sponsors. If you're a big fan of gaming, but not a big fan of eye strain, this is the right product for you. They've got tons of different styles. They're not going to break the bank. They're really affordable gaming glasses. If you don't want to fork out the dough for like the quote-unquote professional grade ones, like, the Gunners or stuff, these ones are just as good, but they are a lot. They're very inexpensive. They're really cool designs. Check them out. NoScopeGlasses.com. Got a link right there on the top of the page. Click on that. Helps them out. Helps us out. Win-win situation. So anyway, folks, thanks a lot for watching, and please remember to swing by youtube.com/teamdba, where you get a new video 7 days a week. That's quality right there. Quality you don't have to pay for. You just go over there, you look, click like and subscribe. That would help us out a bit. And I think that's it. I'm Charlie H. Rader 2. This has been the official Team DBA Podcast number 143. We'll see you next week, and please remember, don't be a hero. Good night.